Hey everybody, Chris here with Sling SEO. You'll probably notice that I haven't updated the blog in a while, and there's a reason for that. And it's mainly because nothing in SEO has really changed over the past couple months. I wanted to do a blog post since I haven't done anything, but didn't really have anything too crazy to get into today. I had a call with a prospective client yesterday that reminded me of a couple things that I take for granted. I forget that people don't really understand. And one of those is building links. This is more client-oriented than independent SEO-oriented. But you have to remember that a lot of people have been penalized. They've worked with SEO agencies that don't know what they're doing, and they're very hesitant about any kind of automatic link building, or not automated with software, but any link building that you do by hand that doesn't come naturally. And you just kind of need to reassure these clients that you're working with that this is very safe. If you go on to Twitter or Matt Cutts' blog and you read about the penalties that Google's handing out, they're handing out penalties for massive link networks, and we know this because every time he talks about a link network being penalized, he's talking about it on a country-by-country basis. So they're saying, yeah, we hit a big link network in Spain or Poland or Italy. They're basically going from these really big countries like the US and Russia, and they're just going into every little small country and finding these big networks that they can. So you need to put your clients at ease that when you're talking about building private blog networks for them, these are very tiny networks that Google does not have the resources to go after. 10, 20 high PageRank sites. Google's not going to go after that. They're going after these massive link sellers that do 6 or 7 figures in business and serve entire countries or on an international basis. So that's one thing that you want to make sure your clients understand. Another thing that I've seen that's been really interesting lately is the importance of domain authority. Now, domain authority is a metric from Moz. It's not straight from Google, but people are paying more and more attention to it because it is a relatively good predictor of how authoritative your domain is. And I've been doing some really interesting case studies, basically piggybacking off of my site's domain authority. So I'm throwing up individual pages that are optimized for low competition keywords, and they're ranking in the top 10 without any links at all. So I do this keyword research and I throw these pages up, and I've ranked, my site's an SEO website. All of my links are branded or talking about SEO, but I'm still ranking plastic surgery keywords, chiropractors, IT support. Basically, I can throw up a page about any kind of low competition keyword in any industry, and it'll rank entirely on its own without links. So what this means is that whether you're an independent SEO or you run your own business or you're doing SEO for clients, you don't just want to focus on ranking individual pages, you also want to focus on domain authority, which means getting other links that have high domain authority, pointing them to your root domain, the .com, .net, whatever, or pointing those to your individual pages. In addition, another way to kind of turbo boost or speed up the domain authority process is through 301 redirects. Now, this is something I'm testing to make sure it's perfectly safe before I use it on my clients. It's something that I definitely use on my independent sites, just kind of the make money online stuff that I do. But 301 redirects are really interesting because since the internet has existed, they've been a way for you to say, okay, I used to run website A, but for whatever reason, I've switched over to website B, but this page is now pointing to this page. And the reason that they're interesting is because Google follows that. So if you have a bunch of links or a lot of authoritative links, high PageRank links pointing to a page, you can 301 redirect those to whatever page you want on any website, and all of that link juice is funneled straight through. Whereas if you have all these links pointing to this page and then you just do one outbound link, the juice still flows, but you don't get every link following through. You just have one link. Whereas if you do the 301 redirect, all 500 links pointing to that site are moved onto your new individual page. So one thing I'm testing right now is instead of building links to a page that I want to rank, just buying domains that have high metrics, high trust flow, high page authority, domain authority, page rank, whatever, and then 301ing them to my new page. And so far I've had success with it. What I don't know is how many 301 redirects you can send to a page. So say I'm trying to rank an individual page, can I really put 5 or 6 301 redirects in place, all pointing to this one page? In theory, there's no reason you shouldn't be able to, but I don't know if Google kind of has a cutoff. Google said that they follow 301 redirects multiple times. They consider them relatively similar to links. So I don't see any reason why you get penalized for doing this, but it is something that I'm going to test. I will update you guys later on that. Yeah, for now, that's about it. SEO really hasn't changed very much over the past couple months. High-power links are still the #1 factor in determining rankings. Relevancy, private blog networks are still killing it, ranking sites. And Google has become really sensitive to the on-page optimization. So they're getting very particular about how many times your keyword appears in your on-site text. Right now, I am only putting keywords in my SEO title tag and in the URL. I'm not putting them in the header, the H1. In the meta description, I'll put them in there, but in different order. So if I have a keyword phrase that's made up of 4 words, I'll separate them, kind of separate the 2 roots, 2 words and 2 words or whatever. I'll put together a little guide for you guys at the bottom of this post on the blog. If you're watching this on YouTube, just click through to the blog post to see kind of what guidelines you need to fall under. But yeah, not too much has changed. Things are still the same. Build those high quality links and your pages will rank. That is it for today, guys. I will talk to you next time. See ya.